Let's go to the Daily Insight on page 149. We talked about Yosef being, uh, attempted his Potiphar's wife tried to seduce Joseph, and Yosef would push her off, saying, "How could I commit such a great wrong and also sin before God? I mean, how could I wrong my master, your husband, who's been so good to me, and also be a sin to God?" Being a servant, Joseph was obviously at the mercy of his master's wife, right? Slaves didn't really have to get to talk back to their masters or mistresses. Potiphar's wife intimidated Yosef with all sorts of threats, including death, if he would not acquiesce to her seduction. This is a You can look up the Gemara in Yuma 35b, talks about that. She was threatening real, punishment to him. But then Joseph saw an image of his father Jacob's face in front of him, as Rashi said, from which we understood that he was obligated to resist her temptations. Jacob's face reminded Yosef that our individual sins are not only our own personal matters, for which there might be mitigating rationalizations, they affect the moral balance of all reality. Right? You get that? Meaning, we said this already in the Rashi, but he had all the reason in the world to give in to her. He was a slave. He had no power. She was threatening him with death. Hopefully nobody would know. He'd carry on his life. But Yaakov's face reminded him that it's not about you. It's about the world. It's about the cosmos. When confronted with temptation, it is tempting to convince ourselves that nobody will know about it. That is technically justified, that succumbing to it is only a temporary setback, that we can later repent and so on. In such moments, we too must envision the image of Jacob, that is, remember their actions are not merely the isolated deeds of individuals, isolated times and places. Our deeds have cosmic ramifications. They can harm or heal the entire world. Wow. This is also a source for having a picture of a tzaddik in your house, right? Why do you see a lot of people in Chabad and others, they have pictures of holy men, holy people, Rabbi picture or others? Because these pictures have a certain effect.
So this is originator.
This is originator.
Whoa.
Well, we have a very nice picture of the Rebbe at Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we do. Thank you.
Scott.
If anybody wants, I know the art house that stocks those. Okay. Lots of mitzvahs today. The 235th mitzvahs that were commanded regarding the treatment of Canaanite servants, that we have them serve us forever, going free only in a case where the master struck them and caused them to lose a tooth or use of an eye. The same applies to any exposed organ which does not grow back, as explained in the oral tradition. The 254th prohibition. So basically, if somebody hurts and causes a limb or a tooth or an eye, a tooth or exposed organ to be severed, then you lose them. They go free. Can't go that far. 254th prohibition, were forbidden from returning a servant who fled to Israel. I mean, let's say a Canaanite slave whose master was Jewish, since he has run from outside Israel to Israel, he should not be returned. It's like sanctuary, right? It's like a Huckleberry Finn, right? The guy the slaves tried to get to the north or something, where they got, right? Rather,
Civil War right here.
rather, he must be freed with his remaining value written down as a debt owed by the former. So basically, he goes free and then he has to pay whatever his worth was to his master because he ran away. The guy paid for him. The 255th prohibitions were forbidden from hurting the feelings of this servant who has run away to us. Have a great Shabbos, everybody.
Good.
You too. Shabbat shalom and thank you.